All right, we're back in. We are still on general order day 3. We are now voting on the amended version for ONCA 2464 that just passed, presented by Pam Shaw. Amendment 1, page 1, lines 18 through 19, strike 750,000 and insert 500,000 and adjust totals accordingly. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll
Madam
call.
Speaker.
Oh, Congressman Potts.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will be voting no on this amendment as well. While I'm appreciative of the ability to move to the $500,000, this would still only allow us in day terms. We're at 106 applications after essentially 4 days of operation of this program. If we go to $500,000 being added to the revolving fund, we're adding maybe 2 more days. If we go to 750,000 as the bill is written, we're adding more time for our people to apply, and we're adding a total number of increased applicants that can be funded. We have the money in projected revenue. We can do this, and I believe we should. So I'll be voting no for the amendment. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Any other member? Hearing
Madam
none.
Speaker.
Congresswoman Lemon.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm going to vote yes for this amendment. However, I am going to vote no for the entire bill later on today. We do not have enough information on how much each of these are going to cost. They're going to differ. You can't sit there and say that we're going to be able to fund 100 applications, 105 applications, because we just don't know. Not one thing has been paid as of yet. There's still vetting of vendors. We are not that far from the new fiscal year. I don't know when the bleeding will stop. And we're going to just continue to spin down. Thankfully, we do have some money left at this point in time in our projected revenue. But if we hadn't made cuts in other places, such as Congresswoman Stabler's major, amendment to the health benefit card, that saved us a lot of liability. And we know exactly how much we're going to have to spend every single year on that based on an enrollment process. I think it doesn't hurt to pump the brakes. It never does, and we have before. Why would somebody, I'm just trying to understand, why would somebody in Montana possibly need a tornado shelter? Maybe a generator, but they can get one. And some people will do it just because they can. And this is hard. And I understand the need for some people to have storm shelters, but not everybody needs one. And this is going to turn into even something larger. It's going to possibly be another big 3, then we'd have a big 4. Where does it end? I know there's people that have indoor shelters, but they're going to go ahead and apply for a cellar on the outside. How's our housing department going to be able to mitigate that and understand how are they going to know if that person does or doesn't have a safe room in their house? There's just too many things at this point. And if I could go back to the last special session and, change my vote there, I would have, and asked to pump the brakes then, but we voted because of trauma. We let our feelings get too involved. This is an important thing. I'm not saying that it's not, but there's no harm in pumping the brakes a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other member? Congresswoman Stabler?
For me, once again, this is about the balance, our bank balance. And so for us to curb this a little bit, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with funding it as well. I'd also, there are other programs I'd like to fund. We've been waiting on information, which is here. It's over in the chief's office. We're the only ones not allowed to see it at this point. So I'm hoping in the future we can adjust our process and adjust our method of working for this body to become more in control of these types of items. It's up to us whether these things get funded. It's not up to us to set the policy for them, although we like to, and a lot of times what we vote on is determined on what the policy is going to be. So right now that we're looking at, I guess that they're saying they won't take applications unless they have the funding for it. Well, that kind of makes sense. It also makes sense to continue the application process so we would get a good final total. Because there's going to be a big upsurge right now, and then it'll start to taper off later on. Same way education did, all of it. So I'm going to be voting for this amendment because I'm also trying to make sure that we are securing some funds that we all know it's going to come at some point here, or possibility, depending on court rulings, and encouraging the rest to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other member? Congressman Bighorse, then Congresswoman Revard.
Just real quick, Madam Speaker, thank you. I agree with what Congresswoman Stabler just stated. That's been some of our conversation for the past day and a half. So I, along with her, will be supporting this amendment and the bill also. Thank you.
Thank you. Congresswoman Revard.
I'll yield, thank you.
Any other member? Okay, hearing none. Roll call, please.
Congressman Keene?
No.
Congresswoman Lemon?
Yes.
Congressman Maker?
No.
Congressman Potts?
No.
Congresswoman Redcorn?
Yes.
Congresswoman Revard?
Yes.
Second Speaker Shaw?
Yes.
Congresswoman Stabler?
Yes.
Congressman Tillman?
No.
Congressman Bighorse?
Yes.
Congressman Hamilton?
Yes.
Speaker Goodfox?
Yes. It passes. ONCA 2464 and ONCA 2461 will advance to third reading on today's agenda following engrossment. Trey, are you on the line? I guess not. I will ask.
Yes, ma'am.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you at given amendments? About how long do you think before you can have everything to rules and ethics for engrossment?
They have everything except for the two bills that had amendments today. They had those last night. I will get the one amendment put into 2464 and send that out within probably 10 minutes because I have the other two prepared to go out. I just needed to wait on these amendments.
Okay. Rules and ethics, about how long do you all think you need for your meeting? And I'm just trying to get a good time frame for all the members that are here and who may want to.
I say we could as a body reconvene at 11:30.
Okay, you need an hour. All right. Without objection, we are recessed to the call of the speaker, hopefully for about an hour, so that rules and ethics can engross, and then we will come back in